All right, so I'm going to call our first speakers, which are Donald Harlan, Andrew Ruddick, Angela White, Stacy Segarra Bollinger, Christopher Michael, Deanna Sullivan, an anonymous speaker who just signed up with a question mark, Andrew Ruddick, and Julian Makara, please.
Hi, I'm Donald Harlan. I'd like to speak on all available agenda items. I understand that's only number 1 and 8 in general comment.
Correct. Yes, so you have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
Agenda item number 1, I'm going to have to say no. The Budget, Finance, and Innovation Committee has been nothing but a enemy to the city. It's a constant effort to tell them no. Those people in there shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be spending money that way. Those aren't your tax revenues to spend. Those don't belong to the city of Los Angeles. Or those don't belong to the people of Los Angeles. That's not city property. It's mine. I have to be paid before anybody can appropriate anything. And I think it's ridiculous. Oh, look, there's $8.6 billion going into the city, but that's not for you to spend or to plan or to appropriate. I'm gonna have to say no. That's my money, I need to be paid. Agenda item number 8. The Mario Lopez star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yeah, I don't really appreciate idiots in the city trying to say who's a celebrity or who owns this, who deserves a star on the Walk of Fame or who doesn't. There's nobody here that should be doing that except for me. And Mario Lopez is a known bully. Wow, he's on a lot of real estate fraud. Definitely somebody to go after. Mario Lopez's star has been on the Walk of Fame every year. It's like a yearly event. Somebody with psychosis like that on the television. I don't like it. Okay, on general comment. Okay, I see a big problem here in the city. A lot of people need to be fired, have their employment terminated right away, just for the fact that your performance is totally contrary to your job here in the city. You're supposed to be concentrating power from the other communities, not distributing it. If you have to fix the bridges or the walkways, use the city workers. I see a big problem, people coming from the communities trying to spend the money for the sidewalks or trying to spend the money for the intersection or trying to spend the money for the stairs. Definitely no. That includes naming the intersections. People come over here trying to name an intersection thinking they're going to spend the money there, and they're not. And it's your job to make sure they understand that.
So you have 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the item.
It's 1,346 days since January 6th, and this council is currently condoning an illegally installed honorific on our public sidewalk to a white supremacist fascist who attempted a coup against the United States. That's not Mario Lopez, that's Donald Trump. And you're doing that willfully. But Walk of Fame item number 8 is also not in accordance with the city's laws and policies governing the city-owned Walk of Fame. I alerted this council quite diligently back in May, and since then, the Board of Public Works Commissioners Ora Garcia and Teresa Villegas openly admitted to me months ago in City Hall that they haven't touched anything related to permitting for the Walk of Fame for years. Multiple inspectors with BSS told me they wouldn't enforce these violations because their superiors didn't see it as a priority. For 26 years now, according to records, the city has been violating sections 28.04B and D 67.29, and 62.105A of the Municipal Code. But don't take my word for it.
General?
Just look at the BOE report's signature in front of you that I printed out 35 copies of for consideration. Wesley Tanajiri, whose name is listed on a report dated August 25th, resigned in June. Yet you have an unknown signature, which if anyone knows the name of that signature, you can let me know, but it's illegible, signing for the resigned Central District engineer, who is not the city engineer, an alleged further violation of Municipal Code Section 62.105A. And obviously this report was not adopted by the Board of Public Works because it would say so if it was, but it does not. So please stop protecting bad faith nonprofits and start following the law. If you think you're in the right, why hasn't anyone from council explained to me how this process is following the law? Where's your due diligence? Where's your care? And lastly, on the city attorney issue, the city attorney should not be given any taxpayer dollars for a frivolous lawsuit involving an employee who tried to let them know about their ethic violations. That's just ridiculous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next speaker, please.
Good morning. Which
Good
items
morning.
would you like to speak to?
General comment, please.
So you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Julian Alexander Makara of adreamnow.org. Ladies and gentlemen, I sent each one of you an email yesterday, the day before, and at the beginning of this week, initially for a new department called LA Value for Los Angeles City. None of you responded to my emails yesterday advising that I am in physical pain every single time I come here. I have arthritis. I spoke with the mayor's office. Mr. Hernandez, you are not supposed to be eating during your working hours in front of us. I could not do this with kids. I am an ABA therapist. Please stop smiling at me. Mr. President, please follow your protocol and answer my emails that I sent to your staff. The mayor, your scheduling team is not responding. I cannot keep coming down here and wasting my life trying to help my city. Let me help.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
And before the next speaker begins, just as an announcement to everybody and to anybody who requires additional assistance, if you let the sergeant, I'm sorry, speaker, I'm trying to make an announcement. So if you let the sergeants know, there are options in the chambers that we can do to help make it easier for you to provide public comment. There is also
Stop shouting out, sir, or you'll be removed.
So, sir, this is
Mr.
your-
City Attorney, sorry you were interrupted.
So again, there are multiple options both in the chambers, and you're welcome to use the remote public comment option. So.
My name is Deanna Sullivan, and I live in the 5200 block of Huntington Drive North in El Sereno.
And which items would you like to speak to?
I'm sorry, it's a general public
Okay, so
comment? Is that
you have-
okay?
Of course, you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Yesterday on 9/11, parking enforcement and LAPD contracted tow trucks ticketed, then impounded all cars parked between Maycrest and Van Horn on Huntington Drive North. Temporary no parking signs had been posted a few days prior with no information as time, dates, or duration, and LA DOT had no information either on their website. Kevin De Leon's office plans was to sweep oversized vehicles and the unhoused. The RVs moved as soon as the signs went up, but the hundreds of residents who parked their vehicles on the street there daily were forced to move or get ticketed and then impounded. De Leon's office script insisted that this tactic works and they'll use it again, but the impact it has had on the community is devastating, disruptive, showing how disconnected he is to his constituents. We are a residential area of working class people. De Leon's office is out of touch, and instead of offering real solutions for the neighborhood and the houseless, De Leon caused problems for us. I get mailers from the office weekly, if not more. Why couldn't we get
Thank you.
cooperative
Speaker, your
solutions?
time
Thank you
has
very
expired.
much. I'm
offered
afraid your time
alternative
has
parking
expired.
instead of flooding our-
I'm sorry, your time has expired. Please leave the podium so we can take our next speaker. If you continue to speak, you're disrupting the meeting and you'll be removed. Please be silent and sit down. All right, she's ordered removed pursuant to Rule 12. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm ordering you to leave the chambers. I am ordering you to leave the chambers immediately and silently and immediately. Sergeants, please show her to the door. Whoever is shouting out, you're instructed to be silent immediately or you will be removed as well. There's going to be no shouting out. There's going to be no disruption to this meeting whatsoever. Ms. Cigar-Bollinger, good
Good
morning.
morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
That's Mrs. Cigar-Bollinger, thank you. I would like all items and general public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items.
Great, thank you. So item one is from the Budget Committee. They want to increase their fiscal year appropriations limit based on just under 1/3% increase in the population and some non-residential new construction. That portion was interesting to me because we are in a so-called housing shortage, and we've extended emergency orders relating to the unhoused resident population multiple times. And certain members of this body talk a lot about zoning being an issue. So I just wonder why we're not putting a hold on new construction that's non-residential, considering there's a lot of empty commercial space right now as it is, and prioritizing permitting only new affordable housing. I'll move on to item 13, which is a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for Mario Lopez. One of my favorite movies to watch around the holiday season is Holiday in Handcuffs, and he's one of the stars in that movie. It's very silly. He's also in Feliz Navidad. I like his films. I like Saved by the Bell. I just don't think we should be putting stars on a sidewalk that people are sleeping on. I think we should take care of the people on the sidewalk first. Not to mention there's a lot of like shit and piss all over that sidewalk because there aren't good, clean, accessible bathrooms in high tourist areas, which is kind of counterintuitive. So as much as I like Mario Lopez's career, and I never met him, maybe he's a good guy. Nothing against him, I just think we shouldn't be honoring celebrities while every day 6 unhoused people die in our streets, but we keep putting stars on them. Now we're all victims of the things this council does. It's time that we realize that when they lie to our faces and ignore all the racist things that leaked, their colleagues said it's what they believe. Like when we heard fuck that guy he's the blacks who was in that room. Hey Kevin DeLeon, we still haven't forgot. Even if these bitches want us to, that's why I'm reminding you that this council is complicit and racist. They lied and said they changed their ways, but now Kevin is serving on committees. They want us to forget the things they said, but we're smarter than that. The racist hasn't changed. Fuck you, KDF, fuck you. Free Palestine, and fuck you, Kevin DeLeon.
Hey, what's good? It's a pleasure to see you in person, City Attorney, because you're very polite. All available items in general public comment.
So we have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items.
Yep. Usually I don't get a chance to speak, but when you're working things, I do. So thank you. We have it looks like they're raising the appropriations limit because they want to be able to take more money at a time instead of having to pass so many motions where it's like $500 here, $15,000 here, $25,000 here. It's much easier if you can just grab 8-point-something million at a time and nobody asks questions. You know, I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. So of course we have these appropriation limits because they can take more money than we can make. A dollar buys nothing. Banks are closing, businesses keep a gun under the counter, thugs running in the streets, and there's nothing, nobody, anywhere seems to know what to do about it. And there's no end to it. Mario Lopez knows. We know the air is unfit to breathe and our food is unfit to eat, and we sit and watch our screens while some corporate news tells us we have had 5 more homeless die on the street, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We all know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything's going crazy. So we don't go out anymore. We sit at home, and slowly the world we live in gets smaller and smaller, and all we ask is, please, just at least leave us alone in our studios. Let me have my toaster and laptop and my shower and gas-powered stove, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write your council member because there's nothing good enough. You can write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the homeless and the Olympics and the crime in the street. All I know is first you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being, God damn it. My life has value. So I want you to get up right now. I want you to go outside. I want you to point your head at your council member, and I want you to yell, I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. I want you to point your head out your window if you're in your car. I want you to say, I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. Is that public comment now?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. Get up, look at your councilman, and yell. If you're in your car, point your head out your window and yell, I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. That's it. I've had it with the foreclosures and the energy crisis and the unemployment and the corruption of finance and the inertia of politics and the right to be alive and represented. I want to hear the people. I want to hear you outside. I want to hear you go and yell so they can hear you above all the fucking apathy and degradation and the white noise. Yell, yell, and then we'll work out what to do about terrorism and the energy crisis. Stick your head out and yell at them and shout it with me. Even the people that the fucking protesters hate, even the cops, the good cops, the dirty cops, even the aides behind the horseshoe. I want you to put your head at them and yell, I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
Please don't shout into the microphone because our translator is listening on headphones. Okay, sit down and be quiet. Okay, you're ordered removed from the chambers pursuant to Rule 12. By the way, Peter Finch did it a lot better than you did. All right, next speaker. You're ordered removed pursuant to Rule 12. Have a good day. Leave our chambers, please. Leave silently and immediately. Okay, next speaker, please. Sir, which of your fake names did I call?
Good morning, Council President Nuri Martinez. Good morning, Mr.
Which of your
City
fake
Attorney.
names did I call?
My name is, first of all, Mr. City Attorney, I do not have a fake
So,
name.
Speaker, what name did you sign up under?
Yes, I'm answering, but I just want to clarify, I do not have a fake name. My name is Tiffany Henyard, and then I heard my name. Thank you, Mr. City Attorney.
So you have 2
And
minutes
then,
for the items and 1 minute for general.
First
Please
of
begin
all,
with the
my
items.
name is not fake. My gender is
Okay,
not
speak
fake.
to the agenda, please.
Maybe
Your time
name-
is running. Speak to the agenda or you'll go to general public comment.
Maybe your name is fake.
Okay. Last warning.
总是向你索取，却不曾说谢谢你。直到长大以后，才懂得你不容易。每次离开，总是装作轻松的样子，微笑着说回去吧，转身泪湿眼底。多想和从前一样牵你温暖手掌，可是你不在我身旁，托清风捎去安康。时光慢些吧，不要再让你变老了。Next item number 8. 如果大海能够换回曾经的爱，就让我用一生等待。如果深情往事你不再留恋，就让它随风飘远。如果大海能够带走我的哀愁，就像带走每条河流。所有受過的傷，所有流過的淚，我的愛。雲這副牌下浮照出過係所愛照插過去，你我10歲，多少心心痛痛，多少對也不對。Thank you very much, City Attorney. The other day, you referred me to Officer Sabra. Thank you very much. And then Officer Sabra are already taking care of the issue. So thank you for helping me in this matter, Mr. City Attorney. So, but that's solved the temporary issue. But the long-term issue is why it's a life-threatening event. to go into a voting office in city of LA just to vote for President Trump. Why it is a life-threatening event to speak public comment to support Israel. Why it is a life-threatening event to showing support for our council member, Kevin De Leon. So this time it is stopped, but there are millions of other people in city of LA. They may also experiencing the same issues as me. They may not as lucky as getting an Officer Sabra security services. So I really believe there's something we can do.
Speaker, your time
Thank you
has
very much.
expired. And while we're waiting for the next speaker to come up, I know, Speaker, you're here almost every day. So again, if you or if anybody else would like an interpreter, please let us know and we can do our best to accommodate that.
Okay, sorry. Before you begin, I'm going to call a few more names. So I'm going to call Herman, fake name Jenny, and fake name Dread. Go right ahead.
Go ahead, you
Mr.
have 1 minute.
President, you should follow a little tactic that Councilor Grote did today. It's called talking to people in a civil manner and not using pink fluffy bunny words. You probably need to talk to him on how to act. Grote acted very appropriately today, as he normally does, but you, on the other hand, act like a little altercocker. You act like a little old man, little scrawny person. People like you try to go after my throat, or they end up under my feet. You're always under my feet. You've tried to ruin my access to Braille. Your staff members say they've been contacting all these places, but through the Public Records Act, these departments shown there's been no emails or logging. You're just a little old man that's going to be under a fig tree wishing that he could be something that he's not. You're a nobody. You're a loser. You fat.
Thank you. Your time has expired. Next speaker, please. Okay, that'll close public comment in the chambers. And all right, go ahead.
Good morning. You have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items. That's item number 1 and item number 8.
Bonsai. Regarding this breaking news, breaking the law, again, breaking the law with corruption and this criminal budget report, David O. Carter, the federal judge, was right. The public, under government code, under your administrative officer code, and all the following belongs to us, to me. I own this shit.
What agenda
I own
item
the
are you speaking
budget.
to, Mr. Herman?
I'm talking about, God, really? Am I not talking about the budget, everybody? Can I not have a simple introduction without this minor interruption about the population? Why is that? Why is it every time I talk about the goddamn fucking budget, someone fucks
Okay,
up
so
my mind?
you can speak to the budget. So please
I'm
continue.
talking about the $9 million fucking dollars.
Don't yell into the microphone.
I'm
You're going to
not
hurt the
yelling.
ears of our
I'm talking
translator.
about the appropriations of those $9 million fucking dollars around the budget. Now, fuck you. I'm going to that dickhead Lopez guy, Mario. Is that his name? Super Mario? He's so fucking goody shoes. Yeah, he comes out on the news every morning when I get a chance to see the dumb asshole. And I find nothing delightful about Mario. Fuck Mario. What has he done for me? What has he done for you? What has Mario done for any one of you other than the wetback can't provide us veterans, us disabled people, the right to communicate? And all I'm trying to do is fucking communicate, and I get thrown under a fucking bus. Now to my general public comment time.
Go ahead. You have 1 minute.
Now that we're going to have a fair hearing about that fucking kiosk and about the fucking names, I can sign up as many fucking names, as many fucking rabbis, as many fucking cunts, as many fucking twat faces that you are. As you heard, somebody talked about that little fig tree with that little simplified faggot up there who interrupts public speaking. It's a First Amendment. It's a constitutional belief. Don't you guys got constitutional beliefs? And by the way, you don't give a fuck about the AD, American Disability Act, because, again, your televised telecommunication monitor is unavailable to me to read after I told you don't have item 8 up there regarding that dickhead wetback Mario. Now it's up there, you fucking morons. Get it straight. If you don't get the facts right, get back. Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the
Your
law.
time has expired.
Next speaker.
Warning, you have 2 minutes for the items. Again, that's item
That's
number
right.
1 and item number 8, and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
Yes. Thank you, and thank you to the FBI for letting me speak today. Without you, I couldn't have done it. Item number 1, the government code. Fuck the government code! We don't need the government code. Right, De Leon? Yes, that's right. No, we just need to do population changes. 0.27% non-residential new customer. You mean businesses? Well, Unisys just had a half of her district businesses burned last night. In fact, let's give her a hand for the fire. Well, that's right. Now, the CAO, the cocksucker asshole organized crime report, says there's no fiscal impact. $8.6 million fucking dollars of fraud. Fuck you, fuck Armenia, and fuck HRAG Krikorian. Now we get to
So
number
none of that
8.
is on our agenda, so you can speak to our agenda,
But
or you can
Human,
go to
I am.
general public comment.
Yes, I'm trying to, Human. Please, my mind. And then we get to that little fucking house nigger Mario Lopez on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. What was he in? Save the Bell? What the fuck merits him getting a Hollywood star in the Walk of Fame for being in a little tiny shit show about a bunch of teenagers that want to fuck and take drugs? I don't understand that, do you? It's appalling. Yes, that's right. Mario Lopez. Not even Super Mario. Just plain old fucking Mario Lopez. But the good news, once the star's on the Walk of Fame, Hugo will make sure there's no services, so the homeless will piss and shit all over his name for all of eternity. Fuck you, Mario.
General
Fuck
public
you.
comment.
I'll take this. Oh, go ahead, sir. So, I got a call yesterday. Your TEFRA hearings are illegal and violate federal law. Let's give you a hand. You fucked up, Paul. Now you fucked up. See, all the people that call up, 866-254-5252, you're not taking their speaker cards. You're simply putting them on hold and not asking them which items they want to speak on when they're online. You're denying them the right to submit a speaker card to speak at the meeting. You've been doing that for 4 years. So you can kiss all your federal funds goodbye, and you know what? They're going to lead you out in handcuffs. That's why Kevin is sitting in the audience today. He doesn't want to be part of you fucking assholes. Kevin will be the only one that'll be an informant. Let's give him a hand. And finally, one more week of you. Fuck you, you dirty Armenian cocksucking piece of shit
Speaker, your
motherfucker.
Thank
has
you. Your time has
expired.
expired. Sit down and be silent.
Number 8, Mario Lopez, man, for the Latino community, yeah, you are our ambassador, man. Saved by the Bell. Every one of them know who you are. They might not like that you're relevant, but that's okay. You are a good person to the people. I know what you dealt with physically, mentally, and at home. And for boxing, I love that you're a boxing enthusiast. So don't let nobody shit on your star. Like you said, we know that you have to pay for your star to get on that thing, but you earned that. Most of these people want to be relevant. You are relevant.
General public
Don't
comment.
let nobody put you down on that aspect. Don't tell me that's a minute, city attorney.
Yeah,
Okay,
your time
Mario
is
Lopez,
general
thank you
public comment
again.
now.
General public comment. Let's go back to Monica Rodriguez. What are you doing for Sunland, Latuna Canyon, now that you spoke for Safe LA? Did you clear that house? No, the cameras aren't there, right? But you're sitting there texting to somebody. Get that environment, that 6 acres open and clear. We got fires going on, and you speak real well with a split tongue for your district. Cameras have to be there to get you to get out there and get that pace cleaned up. Shout out to Smoke and Scan, Cadito, Big Guedo. Thank you guys for the support.
Thank you. The budget. Let's talk about the budget. And I'm grateful, and I want to say thank you, Mr. Kokorian. We haven't agreed on some, but you going to Paris, you know, we're a business in this city. And when you go to Paris and they host the Olympics, and then you're preparing us to host the Olympics in the 4 years, that's good business. So again, I think the money was well spent, and I hope that you'll be part of that committee that oversees our Olympics in 28. Let's go to item 8, Mario Lopez. You know what's the one thing I like about Mario Lopez is that he is proud of being a Mexican. He lets the world know that he's Mexican. So for those Mexican actors, for Anthony Quinn, for Fernando Lamas, for Ricardo Montalban, for those actors that came before him who had to hide their identity of being Mexican, bravo to you, Mario Lopez, because you are a symbol of what a real Latino, real Mexican man is all about. So I support that. May we move on to public comment, please?
Yes, of course. You have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. 35 years I've been coming to the city council to fight corruption. But you know what's worse than the corruption is smoke and scum. The nonsense, the filth, the disgust that they bring. They have no respect for women. They have no respect for dignity, integrity. They have nothing. Now, you heard my name called before the council. I was hoping I would get a call from them every day. They call me and threaten me. Please call me, 818-399-1881. You have threatened me, told me you're going to cut my throat. I'm waiting for you here downtown. Call me. Let's meet. Let's get it over. The city council and the rest of the city doesn't need to hear this bullshit, because you folks could be something that could be productive and good for this city, but yet you guys call in and with your filthy mouth and your disrespect of people, you guys are worse than any corruption I've
Caller,
ever
your
seen.
time has expired.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, my name is Jason, and I'm a Smoke and Scan viewer.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
What items are available there, Pumpkinhead?
Items number 1 and number 8.
Cool, thank you. Is it possible for me to get a translator to speak to niggers?
Speak to the agenda.
Sir?
Speak to the agenda.
Hey, shut up, petty pink face. Let me and Pumpkinhead take care of this. You'd be cool. Let me get all available items and general public comment there.
So you have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
Thank you there, brother. Cool. So the other day I'm down on Figueroa with this chick.
Okay, what
And,
you're
you know,
doing
we're
on
hanging out.
Figueroa, again, is not on our agenda, so I'm moving you to general public comment. You've been warned every
Well, damn,
single
brother.
day that you call in, enough is enough. You have 1 minute for general public comment. Speak to something within the jurisdiction of the city council.
Wow, somebody has sand in their vagina today. Anyway, shout out to the smoke can community there. I guess I'll just say, Groot, it's kind of crazy how you let, that nigger hating Candido, jump on here every day and say all these vicious things about smoking scum, whoever that is there. But there's good meeting outside of, petty pink face, Armenian dictator doing his thing there, being hell. I'll be glad when, he finishes the final days, he can go off. Maybe he'll come run down to Figueroa with me there. We do some things there, brother. All you need is $5. We get you in there, in and out in 5 minutes, just like the damn Jiffy
Okay,
Lube.
that's enough.
Hey, and
Next
you get
caller, please.
Caller, which items would you like to speak to?
Mr. Spindler,
Hi,
I've
I'd
heard,
like
wait, hold on. I've heard your voice throughout multiple speakers. Sit there and be silent or you'll be removed. Go ahead, next caller, please.
Thank you. Concerning Mario Lopez, star on the Walk of Fame,
I'm really concerned because you guys did not mention 9/11 once this week. So I have a feeling that you really would rather have Muhammad Atta have a star in the Walk of Fame, the ringleader of 9/11, because you guys don't give a fuck about 9/11. You guys did not mention anything about this American tragedy. You understand that? So maybe you got confused. Maybe you meant Mario Lopez or Muhammad Atta. I don't know. You guys fucked up. You guys fucked up this week, not giving anybody any inclination that you care about Americans. Now, general public.
You have 1 minute.
Damon, you're the best. Damon, you're awesome. Candido, we're starting to feel so sorry for you, Candido, that we don't even know what to say anymore. You're losing your mind. Anyway, Jason, please give Baby Batter to Krikorian every week because he loves it. That's his special facial. Bye.
Okay, just as a brief response, sir, you should have been paying closer attention because actually many of us attended the 9/11 commemoration, and we did discuss 9/11 here in the council chambers during our announcements on September 11th. So you're just wrong. Next caller, please.
General public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
So on 9/11, speaking of, no, you did not have a presentation. You might have announced after closed session, which was like 2 hours long. Let's just get that straight on the record.
Okay, so do you want to speak to the agenda or general public comment?
I am on general public
Okay,
comment, my
go right
friend.
ahead. Go right ahead.
Thank you. So now the question is, you called the name Estrella as the first name to the last batch. That's my name. I was there in person. The question is, if my name was called on the speaker roll, then why was I denied the right to speak when I walked up to the queue? When I asked, and I talked to the city attorney, I have it on video, about my right to speak, why did he ignore me? Why did he lie to the officer about time running out when they were still taking public comment on the phone? If a member of the public's name is called and the member of the public is denied the right to speak while others were called, we're
Caller, your
allowed
time
to
has
speak.
expired.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Your time's expired. Next caller, please. Well, I would like to start by announcing that we all have reason to celebrate today because it is the birthday of the great chair of our Budget, Finance, and Innovation Committee, Councilmember Blumenfield. So, Councilmember Blumenfield, happy birthday. All right. Councilmember Park.
Council President, just one more update from the front lines of the public safety crisis in our city. Many of you remember that earlier this year, two innocent women in the Venice canals were brutally sexually assaulted and beaten. One of them actually died of her injuries. The defendant in that case this morning pled no contest to the charges and has now been sentenced to life in prison plus 107 years plus 8 years. This brings some measure of relief to the community, but once again is a painful and tragic reminder of how urgent this crisis is and how important it is that we do everything in our power to make our community safe for everyone. Thanks.
Where's Councilmember Hernandez for an announcement?
Yes, please. Thank you, Council President. Before we adjourn today, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the fire that occurred this morning in Chinatown and thank the city departments, nonprofits, and utility companies and partners for their rapid response to the devastating incident in CD1. The fire was extinguished because of the bravery of over 130 firefighters who rushed to the scene at around 4 a.m., our Los Angeles Fire Department. Emergency responders from our fire department, LAPD, the Department of Recreation and Parks, and the Department of Aging, and our entire city family have rallied to connect residents to services during this time, and we're grateful for their support. We know that the Red Cross is present at this time, and we're working to make some other movements to get some people some support and pathways for other places to go because units were lost in this incident. We know that LADWP and SoCal Gas are also there making sure that everybody's safe and supporting with getting people's power back on because Chinatown is very dense in that area where the fire hit. there's a lot of apartment buildings, and we want to connect those families back to their resources. They're on the ground providing other assistance to those families. There's no denying that the fire has brought a devastating loss to the Chinatown community, and my heart goes to all those families. It's dozens of families that have been impacted by this fire. My team has been there all morning working with the residents that have been displaced, making sure seniors have their medications, and working with RAP to open up the Alpine Rec Center as an emergency center while the situation is assessed. So I just want to thank everybody for throwing down so quickly, our city family for throwing down, and especially our Los Angeles Fire Department and Police Department who responded so quickly at 4 in the morning for our Chinatown community. Thank you.